Alright everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the Betting Expert channel here on YouTube. My name is Adam and today we're looking ahead to the weekend where we have UFC 256 going down, headlined by Deiveson Figueiredo and Brandon Moreno, that is. Going to be going into some of my best bets, some of my strongest leans, and some of my major reads for my best bets. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Let's kick things off. In the main event, we got Deiveson Figueiredo, the champion of flyweight, taking on the challenger Brandon Moreno. This is the second time that Figueiredo is going to be defending his belt in 2020, and it's actually the second consecutive time that he is headlining a pay-per-view card, which is pretty darn awesome if you ask me. Now, I am actually picking the champion Deiveson Figueiredo here to get the win. I was able to cap him of about odds 1.36. Odds may be a bit shorter at this point in time, but still think there's a lot of value on his side. First of all, looking into some statistics, champions are unbeaten in 2020, excluding interims. Second of all, Figueiredo is extremely well-rounded, good on the feet, good in the striking positions, and just a masterclass on the ground. Excellent grappling exchanges and good in the clinch. I just see him dominating this fight. I don't think Moreno is really a match for him. And let's say that this fight goes the distance, which I actually think there's a chance it will do. I don't think Moreno actually has the striking differential to take this on the judges' scorecards. I actually, if you watched my my last video betting Figueiredo, I actually picked Perez to get the upset over him. And Perez is someone who has a much better striking numbers than Brandon Moreno and Deiveson Figueiredo, but Figueiredo still managed to shut him down and get him in a guillotine choke. So I just see all the value on the champion here, and I'm rolling with him for my first best bet. Let's take it back 2 fights to the main event, if you would. The fight right before the co-main event, where I got Renato Moicano over Rafael Fiziev. I like Moicano at his odds of around 2.37. Think that's a really valued bet actually, because I do think that this will mostly be a striking bout. If it were to go to the ground, I think that Moicano will be the one who has the advantage. Since Fiziev really mostly is a stand-up kind of guy with an extensive background in Muay Thai and so on. But just looking at the numbers here, this is actually a pretty good fight for Moicano. He lands more on average and absorbs less. Better striking defense, better grappling numbers across the board. And Fiziev really only showcasing his ability in his last 2 outings. He got flatlined in his UFC debut, but I'm not going to be going too much into that. But Moicano here, I think he's in a good spot. He's moving up in weight. He walked into 2 consecutive KOs a few fights back against Aldo and against the Korean Zombie when he was training himself at featherweight. And he moved up for his last bout and looked amazing. It was granted against a lesser opponent in Damir Hadzovic, but I really think that his chin will be more sturdy here at lightweight. Height and reach are on Moicano's side, and I just think that if this goes the distance, he will be able to outstrike Fiziev like he has done so many times before against most of his opponents. So I like Moicano to get the upset here. I think he's a very live dog against Rafael Fiziev. Alright everybody, final bet for me here. We're moving 1 fight further down the card here, where I got Kevin Holland at pick-em odds right now over Ronaldo Souza, the veteran, in this matchup. So many advantages I see for Holland here, and I've been following some of the sharp bettors. They all look like they're in favor of Souza in this matchup. I completely disagree. I choose to follow the statistics here to cover some of the advantages for Holland. Very active here in 2020. He's 4-0. Granted, not against the top level competition, but he managed to get his hand raised in every single one. Probably most impressively against Darren Stewart. I think that was 2 fights ago. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. 9-inch reach advantage for Holland. This is super significant, guys. This means that Souza has to cut more distance to get in to engage in a clinch with Holland than he's ever had to do before in any of his fights in his career. 30 years younger is Holland. Souza recently turning 41. I think it was a few days ago, actually. And just looking at the striking outputs and strikes absorbed from these two gentlemen, it's just clear that Holland has it way more figured out on the feet, way more success. He doubles up on Souza's average striking output and absorbs even less on average. Many seem to be going with the notion that Holland is so green on the ground and Souza will be able to get him to the ground and submit him easily. But let's not forget that Souza is actually 1-for-18 on takedowns in his last 5 fights. That's just not good enough for me. Getting a submission is not very easy in this day and age in the UFC. That was something that was easy to do 5 years ago, but today not so much. I like the activity of Holland, and I just think the 9-inch reach advantage is extremely significant. Those guys are actually almost unbeaten in 2020, so the profit is definitely on this side. So I choose to follow the statistics for this one, and I'm going with the youngster Kevin Holland here with height and reach on his side. That's all for me for my UFC 256 best bets, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you feel like it. Post your own predictions in the comment section below. Maybe you fade all of my picks. Maybe you follow them. Either way, I'm very stoked to hear about who you're picking for this pay-per-view upcoming this weekend. Please remember to always gamble responsibly, and I'll see you guys in the next video.